There's no ego there. He wants everybody to be good. He wants everybody to... And there's a scene where I tell him I want him to be a dinosaur. And Adam McKay said, go tell him you want to be a dinosaur. I said, what? He said, tell him when you were young, you wanted to be a dinosaur. I said, hey, that's how... He said, go do it, Richard. So I had to go over and make this up. It's like, and they're over there going, you know. I said, thank God you won't use it. Oh, there it is in the movie. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of filmmakers at Webster too, and we're kind of like getting our feet wet to actual filmmaking. And it's really scary for some of us when we're working with actors, trying to like talk to them, get them to perform and like.
Taking an acting class.
Yeah. Go
Take a few. It's, you know, some of the best directors I ever worked with have no experience in acting. I have no experience, you know. And I actually worked with an actor, a wonderful actor, who was so controlling that it was like, you wouldn't take, if somebody did this to you, you'd be screaming, you know. But sometimes in film, the actor is not, you know, there's so much technical stuff going on. And maybe I'm partial, but I mean, that's it, man, the actor and the audience. That's it. That's what you gotta have. And something good can be something great if there's another level there going on, you know. But most filmmakers understand that, and some know how to deal with it better than others, and some don't, you know.
But there is this misconception that, because so many of us are theater trained,
yeah,
that what the director is doing is telling these people what to do. You go to the theater, they're going to give you notes. You don't want to do that on a film set.
Well,
you don't want a director to.
Well, it depends. I like somebody watching, and if you know, if somebody goes, it means it probably wasn't working. Something wasn't connecting with them, but it's like anything. You trust some people more than others. And some directors who say something to you, you go, yeah. But it's funny. You learn things on a film set as an actor that you try to be a good soldier when you first start, and the cameraman says, you know, man, it would really help me if you just moved over here a little bit because the light would get you. And the sound guy's saying, you know what I mean? You know, if you can keep your arm up here, you're not getting away the mic, and just kind of tilt your head down, I can really hear. And you realize you're doing everybody's job. And finally, you have to say, no, let's get in my way. Or you go, yeah, okay, and you just don't do it. You know, Spencer Tracy, the famous story, whether it was apocryphal or not, I don't know, but a sound man said, Mr. Tracy, could you speak up a little bit? He said, it took me 25 years to learn how to do this. You figure it out. You know, it's true. You do what you can to be helpful, and then if it gets in the way, no, that's it. You can't do it. Because you end up in a scene like this. And you look great and you sound great, but it's just like, you know, you have the lights on your face and I can hear you, but the performance sucks. You know, it's like, oh, we forgot about that part of it. So you have to be careful. I mean, there's so many cooks in the, you know, and you need a director to say something, no, you know, to the sound guy, no, there's a way. There's a way. Now, great cameramen, I just worked with Robert Richardson, who did Snow Falling on Cedars, cinematographer. He just did Eat, Pray, Love. Does all Scorsese's movies. Great camera. I mean, he's just like an artist. This guy's like down in the dirt in India, running around the cow crap, you know, with this stuff. And he always turns to you. Never said to me, do this, do that. He just would tell you how big the shot was. He would go here, 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 here. That's all you need to know. And I say, Bob, what if I, don't worry about it, you do it, man, I'll find it, I'll catch it, I'll get it. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Yeah.
What's it like first working with Combos? And second, what's it like working with two directors?
They're like one. I've never seen them disagree about anything. I heard, when I read for them 5 times. The first time I read for them was Raising Arizona. The part that John Goodman comes, like, what? And then I read for, and then you read these scripts and they're fantastic, they're wonderful. And then I read for a couple more, and then I read for Fargo. And I wanted that part. And they gave it to Bill Macy. And I was like, and then I saw it, and I went, okay. My bad, yeah. I mean, he's much better than I would be. So they called me in. I read for Miller's Crossing when one of their actors died. I can't remember his name. He was in a lot of their films. A wonderful guy. He died of like a brain hemorrhage. And so they brought me in to read for his part. And my agent called up and he was so excited. He said, it's between you and Albert Finney. He said, what? As a silence on, I said, well, who the hell would you cast? So I didn't get it. And then I read 5 times, and then they called me in for The Man Who Wasn't There. And I said, no, I'm not going in anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. And they said, why? Because they're not going to cast me anyway. I said, they've seen me 5 times. So Ethan called me, and he said, Richard, you want to come do this part? I said, so that's how you get a part in your movies? Refuse to audition for me? He goes, yeah, maybe, kind of, I don't know, but would you come do it? I said, yeah, I'd be happy to. So I went in, and I don't know if you've seen the movie, The Man Who Wasn't There. I just think I love it. I just love it. I think the last few minutes are a little bizarre, but that's Joel and Ethan. But there's a scene on the porch where I'm totally drunk. And I've heard I was told, just do what they tell you and you'll be fine. Well, that's not what I like to do. They're hands off, man. They want to know what you bring to something. And I had a drink in my hand in every shot. And that it said in the script that he was a drinker, alone. And this was after dinner. I said, I want to play him sloshed. And they went, okay. That's what I did. And then I did their next one. And then, Burn After Reading, they wrote all the parts for all of the actors, specifically in mine. And they called me like a year in advance, and they said they wanted me to play this gym manager. And I was in Florida. We have a place down in Florida, and they were both on the line. And they said, Richard, we want you to play this gym manager. We're going to send you the script. And could you start working out? I said, I do work out. And they said, no. Could you lift weights? I said, I do lift weights. This long pause, and I was like, okay, never mind. Yeah, okay. I supported myself as an actor since college. Not very well. And if it wasn't for my wife, who like made some real money, money to pay the rent, we would have been in trouble. But I came to Trinity Rep in Providence, Rhode Island, as an apprentice in 1970. I'd never been to Rhode Island. I thought I would stay there. In fact, this is the story. I auditioned for Adrian Hall, who was the artistic director. He was 6'4" Texan. You can't talk to him. You know what he's talking about. He was just like, and he would call everybody. He couldn't remember your name. He'd go, okay, Thing, come here, Thing. And he was just like this crazy artist. And he hired me. And before I went into audition, a guy went in before me with a guitar, and he sang, and this sounded great. And then I went in and I read, and they went, okay, and I left. And a week later, they called me and hired me. So my wife and I got in our little Opel, and we drove out to Rhode Island. I thought they had wooden sidewalks. I'd never been that east. I'm from Illinois. I had no idea. So the first play I did was a musical about Charles Manson. And I didn't know Adrian Hall, but he was like this maverick, and he would say, okay, now when you stab somebody, the Sharon Tate killings, right? You just they don't just die if you stick them with a knife. You just got to keep sticking them. You know what we should do? We should go to the pound and get an old dog and just stick them. And I was looking, and there was this young actress next to me, and the tears were coming down. She said, I don't want to kill a dog.